back guys to this advanced Excel tutorial. I am your trainer for today. My name is Tushar Suvarna and let's begin with today's session. Today's session, it's all about learning how to design a specific report card. When I say a report card, we are going to use Excel as a report generation and a report designing tool. In the previous session, if you remember, we had covered up all the basics, the sum formula, the percentage formula, the pass and fail if condition, the rank and the grade formula is calculated using VLOOKUPs, and we did the column reference method for doing the same formulas using a different technique. However, in this particular session, we are going to try and learn something about the designing aspect of Excel. So guys, let's start by creating a new sheet. As you can see, I have renamed the sheets database and the master sheet as master sheet, which has the reference tables in place. I'm going to create a new sheet and mention it as the report card. In this sheet, the first thing that we need to remember is, as we are going to create a report design, it is always preferable you change your page view to a page layout view, so that you know exactly the kind of content that can be fit in your design. Next thing that we are going to do is try and adjust our page to accommodate our design. So I'm going to go to the page layout tab, I'm going to go to the narrow tab as the margin. I'm going to select orientation to be landscape. I'm going to set the page size to be, let's say, A4, and if anything else you want to do with your data, you can start doing over here. Next part comes in where you start designing your specific report card. What I'm going to do is take an example of any school and try and accommodate all the columns which we have in our database into our report card. So let's begin. I'm going to select the home tab over here. I'm going to select these columns at the top and I'm going to do a simple merge and center. I'm going to give the name and I'm going to select this with a bold. Increase the size of the font. You can add your colors and stuff later on if you want. Make sure whatever you want to do, make it the best as possible. Next thing that we want to do and remember is try and use the same column names which we have specifically mentioned in our database. You can obviously change your names if required, but we can try and use the same names if possible. For instance, let's start with roll number. Roll number is going to be my primary key of reference, and hence I'm going to use my roll number tab. I'm going to start with division, I'm going to start with standard, or vice versa anyways, and I'm going to start with name over here. I'm going to mention the exam that a student is going to appear over here. I haven't added colons over here, so I'm going to do that respectively. It's not compulsory you add them. You can design it in any way possible you wish to design. Here I'm going to add subjects. I'm going to put the total column and I'm going to design out of, or you can put it marks over here and mention the out of later. As you already know, these values and these are constant. I need not fetch them from the database, but I can use them directly to call the assimilated formulas. Once the subjects and total are in place, we are going to put the rest of the columns. Let's say percentage. I'm going to put in the rank. I'm going to put in the grade. I'm going to put in the remark. If any other columns are there in your database, you can use them as well. I'm not going to put in the pass and fail or two versions of the formula that we had created. The reason being that can be specified using the remark itself and doesn't need to be specified, because the pass and fail columns are used to correct the formulas for rank, grade and remark, and that is the sole purpose of that particular formula. Next thing that we are going to do is try and do a merge and center with these columns. Can design the report in any way possible. So I'm just going to do a shabby design for now. I'm going to use some gray borders, something which looks like this. Select this and view it borders. Let's see all borders for now. All borders. All borders. You can do a format painter if required. If the number of cells that you are designing or using is in the same structure, you can use format painter to allocate the same kind of things into the same format. I'm going to select the roll number column in front over here. I'm going to merge them just like we did with the other columns. The name utilizes a bigger area, so I'm going to use a different set of merging over here. Again, I'm going to do borders for the remaining columns. So I can assign a different structured border for the heading. You can go to your print view and look at how your design appears. Now you can do a lot with this. There are selected columns in our database. There are other columns like the GR number, or probably more exams like semester 1, semester 2, unit tests and unit test 1s and something like that. But for now, this is a simple report card for just one examination that has to be conducted of one single student. You can add a lot more columns below it if required. Mainly, you can add the columns which are like some authorized signatory, and any other specifics that you want to add specifically pertaining to your database. So there you go. We have a structured report card format ready for some very interesting formulas, which we are going to try and do it in the next video. We are going to fetch the data values from our database and populate the columns over here, and thereby do something very interesting. So have a great day, guys.